You're listening to His Empire of Dirt by Pearlandpine. Chapter 15. Michael Afton, Fifth Wheels. William doesn't try to look good for the date, because he just already looks good. Henry is fretting over his hair in the mirror, and both Mike and William attempt to ensure him that he looks great. But Henry isn't buying it. William calms him by kissing his cheek, and Mike frowns. You both are really going on this date while you're seeing each other, huh? He expects this behavior of his father, but not of Henry. I don't want to make her upset, Henry timidly replies, ashamedly blushing. I'd just about die if I let her down, and I really do like her. Don't be such a damn conservative, Fritz, William scolds, and Mike wishes he could tell him that this will be a standard mindset of America for the next 8 decades. You're lying to both of them. They're both going to fall in love with you, and you'll still cheat on them, even when you're married. Maybe this is a bad idea, Henry begins, but William shoots him a glare. When they allow me to get married to someone like you, Henry, then yes, it is the most horrendous idea in the world. Until then, my point is, you shouldn't be seeing anyone at all if you're both seeing each other. I've got to get married one day, Fritz, Henry sheepishly says. I've got to have a family one day. Then he beams. I really do want to be a dad in the future, more than anything. At the sound of that, Mike wants to grab Henry and take him away from the building. Tell him the truth. Tell him about William and Charlotte. But he just can't. He needs Henry so badly. Well, in my case, there's just too much of me to go around. William laughs at his own remark as he rakes a hand through his hair, examining himself in the mirror. Mike watches him, and there's something sadder behind his eyes. A sadness he will never demonstrate to the people he's close to. Then, Mike remembers his father's journal from when William was a kid. I am gonna be such a better dad one day than this asshole ever was. You lot ready? Mike's on the couch. You both have fun, he says with a wave. After he and William got sober throughout the day, the mind-numbing realization that perhaps this has all happened already, perhaps Mike isn't changing a single thing, dawned upon him once more. William hasn't even done anything terrible. He's just a bit of a prick, and that's all. Why wasn't Mike sent back to when Charlotte was killed? Or to the missing children? That's when he could change the future. He could shoot his father in the damn skull and save so many lives. Here, Mike can do nothing. All he can do is give his father a friend and vaguely play with the fabric of space and time. You're not coming? Henry asks. What, to Fifth Wheel? Henry shrugs. Bella and Clara seem pretty adamant that you be there. Mike gestures to his poor outfit. Do you really want me going with you while I look like this? Christ, let me save the day again, William bemoans, and he leads Mike into the bathroom. He rifles through the closet and withdraws a white button-down and, of course, a purple sweater. Mike wants to vomit just looking at his father's signature color, and William can see his trepidation. Of course, it's no Emily hand-me-down, so I am simply not sure how you'll manage, but I'm sure that you'll be able to pull through. Try 'em on, yeah? Don't take too long. He lets Mike have his privacy, and after a few moments of deliberation, Mike puts on the clothes. He has to admit, he does look and feel decent, but staring at himself in Will's mirror, he can't manage to smile at himself. He looks too much like Dad. Like Dad before he killed Charlie. Like Dad before he killed little kids. Like Dad when he hit Mike. Like he always ultimately will. Mike turns away from the mirror, avoiding his own gaze. As he does so, though, he notices a journal tucked under the pillow of William's bed. It's an entire invasion of privacy, just as it had been when Mike looked through his journal way back when. But he has a mission, and he can't let his new friendship get in the way of that. Quickly, quietly, he makes his way to the journal, and he flips through the contents. July 23rd, 1956. Weight, 79.1 kilograms. I have arrived in America. My exit from Air Street was less than monumental. My mother did not acknowledge me, and my father impatiently tapped his cane against the doorframe. If I return home in 70 years, it'll be too soon. I want to feel free. I want to be escaped from them. I cannot. I can move mountains and cross oceans, but they will always be there, waiting for me. Just like the monster in my closet. I will never be free until he is dead. August 1st, 1956. Weight, 79.8 kilograms. There's a girl at Junior's. She catches my eye, but she does not speak to me. She moves gracefully as she yells at customers. She's quite bewitching. I have several dates lined up, so there's no rush, but I would like to take her out, I believe. I wonder in what way she's broken. August 15th, 1956. Weight, 79.7 kilograms. I've seen this particular boy on campus. He don't live here, but I believe he'll attend uni with me. He's large, and he looks peculiar, even for an American. I do not know why, but I am transfixed on him. He looks safe. He looks broken. August 17th, 1956. Weight, 79.4 kilograms. The boy was back again. I followed him. It appears he is also an engineer. I wonder what he creates, if anything. I'm sure he's brilliant. I need to know more about him. I want to open up to him and examine every part of him. I want to feel his breath on my skin. Stop, no. Why? Is my head making me write these things? He's just handsome, that's all. August 23rd, 1956. Weight, 79.5 kilograms. I am lonely once more. It is maddeningly boring here. I detest it. Not a single person is captivating. It leaves me alone with my bitter mind, which is, of course, the worst place to be, dear journal. I had an episode today. If I told anyone about them, I'd be locked up far away. Thankfully, they've only been occurring following events that remind me of back then. A car backfiring, a thunderstorm. The bombs will return, and my brain attacks me. Why? Why must I have another enemy? I want to kill all of my enemies. Of course, not myself. Oh no. I will never die. The next entry is undated, but judging by its placement, it takes place immediately following the last entry. The handwriting is erratic, hardly legible. The monster in my closet will always follow me. He's in my mind, always my bitter mind. I want to take the knife in the kitchen and drag it across the throat of every single damn person in this small backward town. I want to go home and kick Dad down the banister until his blood coats my hands. Fuck the blood, it's gonna be so beautiful. I just need to take care. I just want to take. All I can do is take and fix, and I won't let my things break. Why do people not love me? If they love me, I wouldn't let them break. I'll show them. I'll break them in return. I'm so scared. August 25th, 1956. Weight, 79.9 kilograms. The boy, Henry, interviewed for the apartment. Of course, I said yes. If he is here, I may observe him much easier. He is so kind. So beautiful. I cannot wait to fix what is wrong with him. There must be something wrong with him if he seeks my company. More peculiarly, the girl from the diner. Clara is her name. What a lovely name. Approached me with a fella named Fritz. Fritz will be living here with me as well. Simply because I am entertained by him. He don't seem very smart, but he seems kind. He was curious by me, which at least means he's wise. He looks scared of me, however. But for some reason, I relish this. But I really do think we could be good friends. Wouldn't that be something, eh? To have a friend. September 23rd, 1956. Weight, 79.9 kilograms. I finally got Henry where I want him. He was driving me bloody mad this entire time, but now he's mine. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he goes on a date with that girl, because I am already in his mind. Even if they were to be wed, he'd be mine. He will always be mine. Is this what love looks like? On the other hand, I am completely elated at my situation for once. Fritz caught us, but he was entirely understanding. I had a suspicion of his preferences, of course, but it was good to have him admit it. It makes us even more alike, I think. I'd never tell him, but I do really like that fellow. We are exactly alike, I think. Except I am much smarter than him. He has the same glint, the same emptiness that I have. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I just catch myself thinking, if I can fix Fritz, then perhaps I can also fix myself. September 25th, 1956. Fritz had a panic attack today, and Christ, I think I actually helped him. My God, I don't think I've ever helped anyone before in my life. It felt good? I don't know. I hate not knowing, but I told him about my imaginary friend. I've never told anyone about him before. I miss him. I miss him a lot. I wish I knew his name. I'll remember it. One day. When it truly matters. I hope. Fritz is kind. Fritz is good. These two reasons made me absolutely delighted to learn that he's killed someone. I didn't press for information, but Christ, I must know how it felt. I've always wanted to take, and he has. He knows how I feel. I have finally found someone that understands me. Did it feel wonderful, Fritz? Did it feel wonderful to take someone's life? Oh, I bet it made you feel like God. I bet you were so happy. Very, very, very interestingly, Fritz said, you haven't killed anyone yet. Yet? What does he know? No. It's not what he knows. Of course it's not. It's what he understands. Fritz understands me. Oh, Fritz thinks he has to be a hero. Oh, I care for him, but he is truly a fool. There are no damn heroes in this world. Oh, if there were, every abused bastard would be saved. And there would be no scared children to have a monster in his closet. And my damn head would not be bitter. Oh, I need to know how he felt. Then perhaps I can achieve that too. After all, Fritz got away with it. I have Henry. I'm going on a date with Clara. I have befriended Fritz. Christ, is it too early to celebrate something good happening to me? Oh, Hare Street feels so far away now. The only thing that would make it better is taking the knife from the counter and slitting it. Mike can't bear to finish the rest of the entry. His head and stomach are swirling. He hurriedly stuffs the journal underneath the pillow and heaves. Fritz, William says behind the door. Are you coming? Yeah, sorry. Mike has learned a few valuable things from his snooping. William is obsessed with Henry. William is allured by Clara. William has episodes. William wants to fix Mike. And of course, William Afton needs to kill. Ugh. They've picked the girls up, and now they're at the local roller rink. William is cursing under his breath as he haphazardly fits the skates onto himself. Clara is chuckling a bit at his expense. You've never skated, William? Can't admit I have, he answers through gritted teeth. Henry and Isabella are already on the rink. Henry's tripping a bit, and so is Bella, but since they're holding hands, they keep each other steady. They're both equally blushing, and Mike feels warm looking at them. He never knew Aunt Isabella, but seeing her with Henry makes him inexplicably happy. He wishes that they got their happy ending. William steadies himself as he rises on his skates. Not coming for it? I think I'll just watch a bit, if that's all right. Suit yourself. He clumsily, and with a furrowed brow, Mike knows his father hates it when he's clumsy, turns to Clara and offers her his hand. May I? Oh, I think you'll just slow me down, Afton, Clara replies, and she emphasizes her point by twirling perfectly in her skates. She's still blushing, though, as she offers William her hand and leads him to the rink. Well, if you fall for me in there, don't say I didn't warn you, he says with a wink. And if it were coming out of anyone else's mouth, it would have sounded utterly ridiculous. Instead, Mike understands why Mom fell in love with Dad. He's charming, and now he's kind. He's handsome and tall and has an accent, and he's so sure of himself. And whenever he talks to you, you feel like a winner, until you don't. Mike watches them skate around the track, William going so slowly that it makes Mike laugh. It's nice to see his dad not naturally be adept at something. Clara takes his hand and gestures to his feet, telling him to push out instead of picking his feet up. When she leaves his hand to demonstrate for him, he flails a bit and instinctively reaches out for her. She's laughing, holding him close, and the two of them manage to go at a steady pace. Suddenly, Mike furrows his brow. Wait. This isn't how it's supposed to go. The memory is foggy, but it's there. One Thanksgiving, Mom is telling him about her first date with Dad. He took me to the movie, and then we went to dinner. The date had been going terribly. And then a waiter had dropped his plate, and the two of them began laughing at the event together, and then it went smoothly after that. This date has begun smoothly. A slow song by Ray Charles comes on, and Clara leans into William's arms, and when he passes Mike on their lap, Mike offers him a thumbs up, to which William beams and winks at him. Mike wishes the date was awful. He wishes that his father was a monster. He wishes that his father had already done horrible things. He wishes his father was as he will be, so Mike could just kill him. Mike doesn't want to kill his dad, even after all the things he read in the journal. Mike studies Clara and William as they suppress their conjoined laughter when someone trips over their skates and falls on their ass. The two of them apparently don't realize the other one is laughing, and when they turn to each other, they both blush. Mike hates it. He hates them for being happy. He hates them for being normal, broken people. He hates them for being good now and bad later. Bad later. His eyes light up as he watches his father fall on his back and purposefully bring Clara crashing down with him. They're entangled, laughing, blushing. Mike wasn't sent to the past for no reason. No. He was sent to 1948 to give William a promise. He was sent to 1956 to remind him of it. More crucially, he thinks, he is here for a bigger reason. William is going to do something bad. William is going to act on his thoughts in the journal. and something will occur that only Mike, with his powers of retrospect, can prevent. Maybe his dad will always be sick. But he doesn't have to be a killer. Okay. Mike can work with this. He has to stop whatever is going to happen. He has to show William that he's sick, that he can be better. He has to save Evan and Liz and Charlie, and maybe Mike can save himself too. William and Henry are in the bathroom, and Bella is buying cotton candy for the group. So, Mike asks, sliding into the booth next to Clara. How'd it go? Clara claps her hands together and beams. Really well, I think. He's a bit of a sadist, I think. Kept laughing at people falling in the rink. But it was pretty funny. He's quite handsome and charming, and his laugh is so nice. Oh, I think this could really go somewhere. Thank you, Fritz, for selling him on me. Well, I didn't have to do a lot of work. Mike heaves and leans in closer, lowering his voice. Say, as a pre-med student, what do you know about the human brain? Well, not a ton, but I've got the basics of psych down. What's therapy like nowadays? Clara rolls her eyes and huffs. Non-existent. Anyone screwed up gets locked in the loony bin and sent to electroshock therapy. Why, Fritz? Are you not doing okay? Yeah, it's not me, it's him, isn't it? Mike startles at her deduction, but she shrugs. I noticed him in the diner. It's the little things, you know. I think once I saw him start to disassociate. I've got a good eye for small things like that, Fritz. Honestly, we don't have names for the stuff people have wrong with them. They just call them insane. I know they're not. I've seen it in family and just people around. You think he's sick? That's okay. I'm a healer. I can help. It's not your job to fix him, he hypocritically counters. She shrugs. It's all of our jobs to help each other. He stares at her. He's never thought of that before. That everyone should be beholden to help each other. So are they gonna help me too? Does William really mean it when he says he wants to fix me? Soon enough, Henry, William, and Bella all crowd into the booth. Bella presents the cotton candy on the table, and she and Clara start digging in. You know, Bella remarks, gesturing from William to Mike, you two are practically twins. Ooh, me and Smith. Yeah? Bella and Clara share a laugh. You aren't long-lost brothers, right? What are you going on about? William looks to Mike for support. We don't look anything alike. Even Henry chuckles. Come on, Will. Yes, you do. The eyes and the hair are different, but, otherwise, yeah, you're twins. No, we are entirely separate. I just don't see it, Mike says, just to drive everyone crazy. Oh, come on. Clara grabs the metal napkin dispenser and shines its reflection towards Mike and William so that they can observe themselves. Identical. You must all be blind, William says, and he sounds entirely convinced that he and Mike share zero similarities. Really? When are your birthdays? It must be the same day, Bella challenges. Before Mike can answer, William shrugs and pops some cotton candy into his mouth. September 9th? September, Clara and Henry say at once. And then Henry adds, Will, you never told me that. William shrugs. I do not celebrate my birthday. Bullshit, Clara denounces, and William grins a bit at her harsh language. You do now. What do you like to do? We still got a few hours until the day ends. A very belated birthday you will have. Mike anticipates his father answering murder in terms of his hobbies, but instead William shrugs. I enjoy building. Something normal, Clara retorts, and William narrows his eyes at her. Building is entirely normal. Henry builds. Henry also likes going to church, gardening, and playing baseball, Bella says. You need a hobby or two. Well, I did not know that this was an intervention for me being entirely boring. William laughs at his own joke. I don't know. Truly. I like driving, I suppose. Yeah, we can all go on a drive. Ooh, Bella, let's take him to our spot by the quarry. How about it? Clara mischievously smiles and drums her fingers on the table. She awaits permission from William, and soon his shoulders sag, and he gestures to her, relinquishing control of the evening. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Horrible accent. Quite. Cheerio. Mike stifles his laughter as William glares at him. God save the Queen and the like. This is perhaps the worst night of my life. Despite the sentiment, William is smiling, laughing alongside Clara. Bella and Henry eye each other as they share cotton candy, and they look just like what they truly are. Kids. No one other than Mike would be able to guess that soon, because of the purple-clad student in the booth, they will all be dead. No one would ever look at William and guess he wrote down the things he did in his journal, and with this, Mike vows to make him a person that never would do the things in his journal. Because Mike doesn't just want to save his father to save his family. Not anymore, at least. He wants to save his friend. And he hates his father. A bit. For making him Mike's friend. But he can't hate him too hard. He can be scared of him. And wary of him. But they will always be back there. Getting high on the floor. Being just alike.